Hi everyone, my name is Denise. I'm from For the Love of Scrapbooking. Thank you for joining me today to make this beautiful Thankful Giving box. It's a fabulous gift. It is truly from the heart, and we're gonna have a lot of fun making this box today. You'll find out it's super easy. It's very generic. You can give it to a teacher, a caregiver, a friend, a family member. It's a really fabulous box, so I hope you'll come along and join me today. The website is fortheloveofscrapbooking.com, and you can order the box on the website, or you can order the pieces individually if you'd like to do something a little bit different and alter the box. So come on over and join me. So when you first get a kit from fortheloveofscrapbooking.com, it looks something like this. And on the back, you're gonna have a photograph of what the kit looks like. And then you're gonna have a supply list and some instructions. But of course, you can watch this video on the volume page and my Facebook site. Take everything out of the bag here. We're gonna set some of the pieces aside as we work on them. So first of all, we're going to take the two hearts. We have the plaid heart and the cream heart. You're going to take your favorite adhesive. I like to use the Hermafix tab dispenser. I've had it for many years. We're going to add that onto our cream heart. If you want another alternative to this is using the foam tape pop dots. It's three-dimensional. You can add that on the back of the plaid heart and adhere that to your cream heart. We're going to set that aside for now since we don't need it. And we're going to start off with making our box. There's a couple different ways you can do this. You certainly can add all of the, you have your chipboard box, you have your inside of your box, and you have your outside of your box, okay? And sometimes the pieces come apart, which they're actually all supposed to come apart, so but I leave them intact because it's easier for shipping purposes. So we're gonna set those aside and we're gonna work on the chipboard part. You'll see you have the lines, they're perforations in your box, in your chipboard. You're going to cut, if it's not apart already, you're just gonna take your scissors and you are going to just separate those right on the line where the triangle is. And it should separate fairly easily. And yours, when you get it, like I said, it might already be separated for you. I leave it intact just a bit because it's easier for shipping. So what you're gonna do is you're going to bend on the perforations. And you're gonna go you're gonna bend towards the inside of the box, okay? And then the triangles are going to fold in toward the box, like so. And then you're going to take your outside triangles and fold them, like so. And I am going to grab my adhesive. Now I like to use the double-sided tape for this part of the project. It's a lot easier to assemble, I think, using this. Because it's double-sided, it serves a purpose of holding your triangle to the outside of the box here, and it also is going to hold your printed paper. We're going to actually use a print that looks like a piece of wood for the outside of the box. I don't know how well we can see here, but I'm just adhering the triangle to the rectangle part of your box. And you're just going to keep doing that all the way around. And we're gonna go like so. And we're gonna leave that white liner on for now. But then when we get to adhering the wood paper to it, we're gonna remove that liner, okay? So right now, I'm just going to make sure you're all good. Go ahead and rub the adhesive to the box so that it sticks really well. And if you want, you can also do the inside for extra support. You don't have to do that, but it's actually going to be a good idea for this project because we have the orange piece that we're going to add to the inside. Now, if you're giving this box to someone, it's a good idea, but if you're just doing it for your own self, you don't really see the inside of the box too much, especially if you're going to fill it with crinkle paper or some sort of filler. Okay, so I'm just about done with mine, and it looks like mine is coming apart here a little bit, so I'm going to add a little bit of extra reinforcing tape, maybe an extra piece, just so that we don't want it coming apart, of course. So we're just going to go like that, and I might put one extra piece on this guy right here. And again, you're just going to push down on that. Now I'm going to see all of my pieces are, also I'm going to give one more reinforcement on this side as well. Okay. Then after we get the box done, we're just going to set that aside. And we're going to do the inside of the box. And again, you can see where the perforations are. If yours is not coming apart, go ahead and you're going to cut on the triangle part to separate the triangle pieces here. Just do your best to cut on that line. And you're only going to cut till you reach the corner of the square box, okay? And if these pieces come out, that's okay. Like I said, they're actually meant to come off. That's the way the box was designed, but sometimes I leave it in just for extra reinforcement. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold the side panel towards the center of the box, and you're just gonna work yourself right around doing all four sides. And then you're going to bend your triangles in toward the box. If you have triangles, you might not have the triangles, like I said, because they've come off, which is a-okay. I'm going to use a little bit smaller, thinner piece of double-sided tape for this. Now for this one, you're going to do a little bit different because you don't want your tape to be shown. So I'm going to smooth it down so that the adhesive sticks, and then I'm going to peel off that liner, and I'm going to adhere the triangle to your rectangle side. Okay, and you're going to fold your triangle in again. And I'm going to just do that all the way around the box. Okay, and work our way around. Now these boxes are so much fun. You can purchase the box separately. You can order a chipboard box. We have all natural color chipboard, which is what we're using right now for this particular box. I also have black chipboard, pastel blue, and pastel pink, and those are fabulous if you want to make a baby shower gift or a welcome home gift for a new baby, new parents. The black one is fabulous. That's great for your Halloween boxes or a Santa box. We are going to have some sneak peek videos coming up soon, which I'm going to post. I'm working on right now for some great Christmas ideas. So stay tuned. Watch the For the Love of Scrapbooking.com website, And you can also watch on Volume and some of the other social media sites, Instagram. You can follow me. If you like my projects or you'd like to leave me a comment today, I would love to see some love from you. If you have any questions while we're working on this project, go ahead and leave them and I'll get back with you on that. So now you see we have the inside of the box and the chipboard box. You can go ahead and peel the liner off on the inside of the box, and then that's going to help adhere your cardstock, inner cardstock piece to the chipboard, okay? And sometimes you just have to press down on that white liner a little bit. Okay. So then you're just going to slip that inside, and you might have to rotate it, make sure that it fits in there, and just push it down in there. And then just push against the sides a little bit so that your orange cardstock sticks to the inside of your chipboard box. If you need to add a little more adhesive, you can. But ours is just perfect. I'm gonna set those triangles aside. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the same process for the outside of the box. I'm gonna do mine a little bit different. Again, here we're gonna just snip the triangle. And again, if those come off, that's quite okay. We're just gonna set those aside. You can use those triangles, those extra pieces of cardstock, for some fun embellishments for inside of your box or the outside of your box. Oh. Just gonna cut that one off. Okay. And for the outside of the box, I'm just gonna put a little extra adhesive on my chipboard box. I'm gonna set that along on the inside of my paper here. And once again, when I'm adding the double-sided tape to the chipboard, I like to use the wider pieces. You can use whatever you feel comfortable using. That already has the adhesive. And nobody's gonna see that, so you can put it any way you want. And then for the smaller triangle pieces, I'm actually going to use a smaller tape again. Love to hear if everybody would leave their comments. If anybody's made one of these fabulous chipboard boxes, let me know what you've done with it. If you want to share some pictures, I'd love to see. And we're just going to peel off all of these liners. And I do have a show special. The show special is discounted shipping on these right now. If you spend $25 or more on the website for theloveofscrapbooking.com, you get free shipping. And if you just purchase a box or spend under $25, it's a discounted shipping rate of $5. So it's a great deal. So share some love, make a box. I would love to see, like I said, what you've done with your box, what kind of goodies you've put in it for someone. I actually forgot a side here, so I'm going to adhere that. And okay, so we're just about there. Now we have the outside of our box completed. Okay, now we can set that aside. And you're gonna go to your goodie bag. And inside that goodie bag, you have some brads, well, your thankful heart. I'm just gonna take a fine tip glue pen and glue that down. Let's see. If you have a fine tip glue pen, that works great, or Dotto. That is one of my favorite adhesives because then you don't have to worry about the wet adhesive, but we're just going to use a glue pen for today. So got it handy. And so you're just gluing the words onto its shadow. Okay, so now that we have our Thankful Heart title glued to each other, we're going to set those aside for a moment. And you're going to have a little pile of raffia, you're going to have some yarn, and we have 2 pipe cleaners and 2 kebab sticks. Let's set the yarn aside, and we're going to set the raffia aside and our pipe cleaners for now. You're going to take one of your kebab sticks and you're going to glue the point of the kebab stick to the point of your arrow. I like to use the glue dots for this. Whatever type of adhesive you like that's going to stick. I'm just going to put a couple glue dots on the center of the arrow, like so. And then I'm going to stick the kebab stick right on top of that, again, point to point. And if it's a little bit crooked, that's quite all right. And then just press it down so that it's adhered. And then you're going to take a little bit of your raffia and you are going to make a bow on the edge of your, at the base of your arrow, I should say. So just cut a little bit of your raffia up. And you're just going to take it and create a little bow. Like I said, at the end of the arrow, like so. And of course you can alter this any way you wish. I'm actually going to tie a knot like that, and instead of a bow. And then I'm going to take my yarn and I'm going to cut about 12 inches or so. And you should have enough yarn to play with if you do 12 inches. And you can tie your yarn into a bow if you would like, or again, you can tie it into a knot or do whatever you would like to do with yours to decorate. It's so fun to embellish these boxes. I'm going to tie in a little knot like so. And again, that's 12 inches for the bow. Let's tie a little knot. And then you're going to take your pipe cleaner and cut that in half. It's about 12 inches long, so just cut it at your 6-inch mark. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to trim off some of my raffia here a little bit. Just give it a little haircut. Oh, missed a string, a little strand. Okay, I'm going to set some of that aside, and you're going to take your pipe cleaner and you're just going to wrap that pipe cleaner around the center of where your bow comes to a knot. And you can actually play around with it a little bit and adjust your bow and such. For time's sake, I'm not going to really do that right now, but I'm just going to keep twirling that around. Tighten it up a little bit. And like I said, you can adjust it. I'm going to cut my excess off, like so. Okay. Whoops. Okay. And then we're going to take our Thankful Heart words and we're going to stick those on our kebab stick and our arrow. Again, I'm going to use the glue dots for those. And just place it in the center of your title. You can also use pop dots if you want a little bit more dimension. And just going to stick it down like so. And then you're gonna take you're gonna get a 12 by 12 piece of paper that has all these adorable little sayings on them. And you can select from here what you want to cut out, and you're gonna make a little accordion book with it. So on this one, I used the Thankful Heart, You Are the Best, Hello, Oh Happy Day, Hi and Friends. And you're just going to cut that right out so that you have a strip of sayings. And we're gonna make a little mini accordion type of book with that. So you're gonna have your strip, and what you're gonna do is you're just gonna fold it back and forth right on the line where a new image starts, okay? So you're just gonna fold it back and forth, back and forth. And what you can do too is if you would like to change what one of the images likes, you can cut out another piece and adhere it to the front of it or the back of it, whichever works for you. And just kind of fold it real nice and tight so that the lines are more perforated. So you're gonna have something like this, okay? Now I wanted to change my front Thankful Heart, so I cut out the thankful on my box sample. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna cut out my one more strip. And I'm gonna cut out the word thankful. And, okay. And I'm gonna set my cutter aside. I actually didn't cut that very straight, so I'm gonna just take my scissors and go like so. And so what I'm gonna do is, because I'm gonna adhere this thankful with one of the brads. You got 2 brads inside your little bag. And we're gonna use the one right now to adhere the word thankful. If you have a paper piercer or just a sharp pair of scissors will do as well. You're just gonna take your word thankful. You're not gonna, make sure that your accordion is open, okay? You don't want to poke your hole through all of the pieces of the accordion. I guess you could, but if you wanna do yours similar to mine, you're just going to hold it like this using only the one other square and poke a hole through it, and just be careful, whoops, you don't poke yourself, because that happens often, too often, and it hurts. So you're gonna poke that through, and I'm gonna go like so. And then once you have that pushed through, you can go to the back and you just separate the prongs. Okay, something like that. Okay. And then, so that's just a cute little thankful accordion book. We're gonna take a piece of our yarn, and again, you have enough to cut this one. Oops, we're gonna cut this one again to about 12 inches. And then you're gonna have another about 12 inches or more left. Actually, you're gonna have 24 inches left because I gave you extra to make a couple little embellishments for the inside of your box. But what you're gonna do now is you're gonna make a little bow. I'm gonna take your accordion book, tie a little bow around it. And just like that. And so now you have a cute little accordion book. You're gonna adhere the back or put a foam dot to the back of it or on the back of it. And then your friend or family member or your caregiver, whoever you're giving this thankful giving box to, they can pull it off and they can look at it. You can write little messages into it if you'd like. Oh, where did I put my, oh, there he is. Okay, almost lost my arrow. So you're gonna just set that foam dot on top of the back of your arrow there. And so now you have your thankful heart arrow, okay? So next we are going to take some of our pieces. On my particular box, I used the You Are So Kind and just made a little embellishment. So you're gonna have one other stick, kebab stick. And with that kebab stick, you can take some pliers or a tool, and you're gonna cut that in half. And you're gonna make a little embellishment like so. And for sake of time, I'm not going to make this one, but all I did was I took one of the triangle pieces left over from the outer piece of our box. I glued it with a glue dot onto the kebab stick, and then I took one of the sayings from our sheet of paper and glued that on there and stuck a brad through, and then I used some more of our raffia and our yarn and our orange sparkle pipe cleaner, just tied a little knot. Okay, so you can go ahead and make a couple of those if you want. So you're gonna have enough supplies to make 2 of them for sure, if not more. And then I also gave you a piece of orange leaf ribbon. On my particular box here, I used the leaf ribbon around the candle. So you can do whatever you want. And then with the extra part of your raffia that you have left over, you're just gonna take a bunch of it and you're gonna tie it in a knot like so. And then you're going to take a piece of your yarn. And again, this one I'm just gonna cut in half. You have 12 inches or more, like I said, for each of these pieces. For mine, I just tied this in a knot as well. And then I frayed it. You can pull all of the yarn pieces apart. And you're gonna take your full pipe cleaner for this one, and you're going to tie a bow with your pipe cleaner. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna combine all of these 3 pieces, the yarn, the pipe cleaner, and the raffia. And we are going to glue it to the top part of our box. Now you can pick which side you want. I'm going to leave mine on the smooth side instead of the triangle side, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take your glue dot dispenser or your adhesive and you're gonna run it across, okay? It's nice and sticky. And then you're just going to push your raffia down into those glue dots, okay? Like so. And then you're gonna take your scissors and you're going to cut off the ends, okay? And then you can take another glue dot and stick that onto here. And again, like I said, you're just gonna fray that. And lastly, what you're going to do is you're going to take your heart and you're gonna glue your arrow to it, okay? And I would like to thank everyone for joining me today. Again, if you have any comments, I'd love for you to leave them for me below. And stay tuned for some new fabulous boxes that I'm going to be designing for the next event we have coming up in November. And here we go, we're just gonna stick that on there. Don't forget to like me on Facebook. And I appreciate you taking time out of your day to join me for this fabulous Thankful Heart box. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. And my show special is 30% off of all laser die cut 12 by 12 pages, or you can also get free shipping if you spend $25 or more, or if you spend $25 and under, you still get a discounted shipping rate of only $5. So visit my website again for theloveofscrapbooking.com And my name is Denise, and I appreciate you taking time out of your day today to spend with me.